Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day like 34, I think it is. Anyway, today's episode is all about Harley's brand new CVOs. And since when did we have like 3 levels of CVOs? Anyway, as somebody that has always loved the CVO, sold CVOs, and owns 2 of them, I have a few opinions. Stick around and see what they are. But first, I need to take a little ride because it's nice out. Oh, and I need to get the mail. So let's take a ride first. We'll be back in a few. Away we go. All right, guys, I'm back. So before we dive into this whole what I think of the 2024 CVOs, let me start this out by what I always thought a CVO was. First off, CVO stands for Custom Vehicle Operations, right? You can see the little tag there on my bike. This is my 2005 Harley Davidson Fat Boy CVO. So let me point out some things. Chrome. Look at the seat, special seat. Chrome. The frame is painted red to match the bike. Lots of chrome everywhere. Custom paint job. Badging that you don't get, even down to the gauges. Different mirrors. I mean, all these different things that make this bike a CVO. It's supposed to be the absolute top of the top for Harley Davidson when they come out with the CVO. Even to the point of Screaming Eagle 103. In 2005, all the bikes had the 88 in it. Although they did do a special edition with a 95 in it for the anniversary of the Harley Davidson Fat Boy. So there are some anniversary bikes out there in 2005 that have the 95. But all the other bikes were basically running the 88. So this motor is basically 2 sizes larger than that of a stock bike. That right there is basically what I thought a CVO was. Now, let's talk about what we got in 2024 and what Harley is now calling a CVO. All right, guys, so I moved this in here to the computer where I can give you guys a better comparison, because I'm going to go to Harley Davidson's website and I'm going to pull up the CVO Roadglide, the CVO Street Glide, and the regular Roadglide and do a side-by-side comparison. But real quick, I looked up the values in 2005, what they were charging MSRP for the Fat Boy and the CVO Fat Boy. So the Fat Boy was $17,430 and the CVO was $27,995. So $10,000 is your difference between your factory standard Fat Boy and your CVO Fat Boy. So that's your difference. Remember that, because this plays in later on in the video. Now let's pull up these bikes and let's see what we've got. All right, guys, so as you can see, I have the CVO Roadglide, the CVO Roadglide ST, and the Roadglide. First things we're going to touch on is the price. So the Roadglide starts at $25,999. The CVO Roadglide ST at $42,999. And the CVO Roadglide is $44,499. So those are our prices from the get-go. You can see your different color choices here, lots of color options in the standard Roadglide. But then we just start comparing everything, apples to apples. The CVO Roadglide ST does not have a passenger seat. So actually, that should mark down from that difference. Saddlebags, all that's the standard. Then you've got like your CVO Roadglide here, custom two-tone colors plus 6,000. And then you can see all your different, everything's pretty much the standard, same here, California emissions, shipping, all that. So we're just gonna keep going. Although you can add, black flint finish option, premium plus colors, all these different things to change the color on your Roadglide. but we're still just going base to base here. Here are your dimensions. All of those are pretty much the same, except you'll notice that the CVO Roadglide ST has a little less clearance than the other two. Everything's pretty standard. Trail is just, barely different. But everything, when you look at it, it's the same, except the wheels. The wheels are a little bit different. Not really anything spectacular with the wheels that I saw, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they've got nicer wheels on there, so that ups the value. Weights, they're really the Roadglide ST is only 2 pounds lighter than the standard Roadglide, and then the CVO Roadglide's 25 pounds heavier. Anyway, all that stuff's pretty irrelevant. The CVO Roadglide has the VVT 121. The Milwaukee 8 has the 121 high output, and the Roadglide has the Milwaukee 8 117. So bore is the same, strokes the same for the two CVOs, a little different for the Roadglide. You're going to get that. You have different motors. All of them have, fuel injection, 2-in-1 exhaust. The CVO Roadglide ST has titanium mufflers with carbon fiber end caps. Anyway, performance, engine torque. The CVO Roadglide has 139 foot-pounds. The CVO Roadglide ST has 145, and the Roadglide has 130. So, only 9 foot-pounds of torque difference between the CVO and the Roadglide. But the price difference is $17,000. Think about that. Engine torque at the RPM, so 3,000 RPMs, 4,000, 3,250. All right, here we go. Horsepower, 115 on the CVO Roadglide, 127 on the Roadglide ST, and 105. So you basically have 10 horsepower difference between the CVO and the standard Roadglide. You have 22 on the CVO Roadglide ST. Lean angles are pretty much the same. Everything else is relatively the same. Gear ratios are different in the CVO Roadglide ST. The Roadglide and the CVO Roadglide are the same. So there's where some of that horsepower and all that speed changes, because they've changed the gear ratios. But anyway, front forks. So the CVO Roadglide has 47 millimeter inverted 1x1 front forks. CVO Roadglide ST has 47 millimeter inverted 1x1 forks with adjustable preload, compression, dampening, and rebound. And then the Roadglide just has 44 millimeter dual bending valve. The rear shocks are also different on all three. Of course, your Roadglide's got the cheaper. Your front wheels and your rear wheels. Combo cast versus black spoke cast aluminum, and then the Roadglide has cast aluminum. Rear type's the same. Brakes. The Roadglide ST and the Roadglide seem to have the same brakes. The Roadglide standard has 1.3 inch 4-piston fixed dual actually mounted front. So dual floating rear. So the CVO Roadglide and the Roadglide are the same, but the CVO Roadglide ST has different brake rotors. Electric. LED headlights all the way around. Digital gauges are all the same. The Skyline OS. All of this stuff is pretty much the same. Speaker size. So the CVO has 6.5 inch. The plus 2 in the saddlebags, 5x7s. CVO Roadglide ST has 6.5 inch, whereas the standard Roadglide has 2 5.25 inch fairing speakers. And with the CVO Roadglide, you get a Pack Talk Edge Bluetooth communicator. Everything else is the same. All right. So I guess the whole point of this is you are basically paying $17,000 more for, let me turn around here. Yeah, you can see me better. You're paying $17,000 more for the Roadglide ST. And then you're paying $19,000 more for the CVO Roadglide. For what? You do get one, it looks like one engine size bigger, and you get the variable valve timing. All right, so I get that. You get a different motor. Let's say that has a $5,000 value. You get a special paint scheme. Let's say that's a $3,000 value. You're at $8,000 right now. You get a little bigger speakers, and you get some special wheels. I don't know, let's say that's $4,000. You're at what? 12 grand? You're still $7,000. That doesn't make sense to me. But here's the thing that really doesn't make the sense to me. So you have, the CVO is supposed to be the absolute top of the line, right? So how do you have a CVO ST and a CVO Roadglide? Which one's top of the line? It's like they've made a beginning, a middle, and a top, right? Because the other thing I want to mention is they also did a CVO in the Pan America, which you guys know I'm a fan of the Pan America. I'm a fan of CVOs. So I would think this would be awesome. The only difference I can see between the CVO and the standard Pan America is it comes with bags. It comes standard with the ride height adjustability. And it has a special paint scheme with some badging that says CVO. All the suspension, the motor, the gearing, everything else is exactly the same. And you guys can go look it up on Harley Davidson and set them side by side. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying about this is I don't see the value of the CVO. Right? Why not just buy the Roadglide? Put some suspension on it, put you some wheels on it, paint it up and however you want it, and yeah, do a little engine work, and you're there. The other thing that kind of blew me away is it looks like the Ultras, which has the tour pack and all, they're going to be in the old body style, and they're about, I want to say $7,000 more expensive than the new version of the Roadglide. I would buy the new version of the Roadglide with the bigger engine and everything, and the new infotainment system and all of that, and then I would put a trunk on it, right? Because nobody's going to want the old style electronics and all of that when the new style's out. That makes no sense to me. But anyway, I'm not Harley Davidson. I'm not the one that's selling these, but I am a huge fan of Harley Davidson. I think that these bikes are going to be freaking awesome. Some of the stuff I don't understand, like I said, I don't see the value of buying the CVO over buying the standard, but the CVO looks badass. The ST and the CVO Roadglide. I just don't exactly understand their thinking. But I'm not a buyer, so I guess it doesn't matter what I think. Anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the value, the price difference, the $17,000 and $19,000? I mean, honestly, I could buy a new Roadglide and a Pan America for the price of one of the CVO Roadglide ST or the CVO Roadglide. Think about that. Maybe they'll do some mid-year releases that make more sense to me. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the CVOs and what Harley did this year. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments below. We'll see you